Okay, this is video 52B. We're just going to talk about getting hyped up, feeling good, and then the crash and the burn, that happens afterwards. Um, as I said in the first video, there's a lot of charismatic people, high energy people who get you hyped up, get you along to an event, get money out of you. They always get money out of you. They really build you up. But why is it that 95% of people who get involved in multi-level marketing just lose money? Why is it that most people leave cults? And in the last video, I talked quite a bit about this trading guru that I got scammed by. And I looked at the results, at his brokerage. When you trade, you put your money in a brokerage, right? And the statistics have to be put up there legally in the UK. And the statistics for his brokerage were, a lot worse than people who just used a normal brokerage. Like in a normal brokerage with Forex, you might see, like, I don't know, a 70% failure rate. So 7 out of 10 people lose money, right? But in his brokerage, right, the failure rate was, I think it was about like 85%. So, and there's more to a percentage of successful clients than you think, right? So his failure rate was 85%. So I got conned by about 30 grand by this guru. And, you look at the statistics and you think, well, hang on a minute, you've got a 15% chance of being successful if you're just self-taught. And you've got a 30% chance of, well, no, you've got a 15% chance if you're taught by him, and you've got a 30% chance if you just avoid him, like what most traders do. And it's actually, the truth of the matter is, hardly anybody makes money from trading, right? Retail clients, yeah? The 30% that are successful, it's just luck. It's luck. It's not skill. It really isn't. Because you can statistically, and I've done this, you can simulate 100,000 people trading on the markets, whatever market it is, Forex, crypto, stock market, whatever, yeah? The day traders kind of thing, yeah? And it's all about the spread, it's all about the cost to trade, right? Now, you would have thought, flip of a coin, 50-50, you'd be right. And you would be right. So you'd think, well, hang on a minute, it's going to be like a 50% success, 50% fail. Maybe like playing the roulette table. 48% of the time you win, 52%. The maths is quite complicated, but if you simulate 100,000 people, very few people make money. In fact, the more you play and the more you trade, the less likely you're going to make money because of the spread and the commission and the trade and all of that. So there's hardly any, I mean, if there's 1% of day traders who make money over a period of a year, people think, well, okay, what do they know? And this is how the trap forms. What do the 5% or 10% who make money, what do they know that nobody else knows? And that's where they'll sell you these courses for thousands of pounds telling you, yeah, trading, most people fail because they don't know what to do. Give me $10,000 and I'll show you what to do. And it doesn't change it. It doesn't change it because they give you these strategies, they give you software, they give you techniques. It doesn't bloody work. It doesn't bloody work because the people who know what the retail clients are going to do will make money from, they know all the courses and they know where to put the stop losses, and they do the reverse because all the signs say buy. Well, this is good. Everybody's going to come on and buy, the day traders, so you can just completely rug pull them. Similar techniques in crypto, you know. In crypto, how many hypey, charismatic type people, you know, as CoffeeZilla, he exposes them all. You know, on YouTube, I think there's so many like people who expose scams. I mean, I guess that's what I'm doing with cults, really. But where people have to overhype something up, you pretty much know it's bullshit. Pretty much, right? So, I mean, I've been to these events. I've paid the price. I've lost the money. I've lost the time. I lost 20 years in a cult. Two cults, you could say. Same. Cult 1, Cult 2.0. London ICOC, London ICC. Yeah, and then I went back to the ICOC for a little bit and I thought, no, and that was the end of me and the cult experience. Being conned by multi-level marketing, probably only lost about $2,000 to iMarkets Live. Then got conned by trading, probably lost about 30 grand. So I haven't really achieved very much in life. I mean, I think people, when they sort of talk to ex-members of a cult or people who've been scammed by a guru or a sort of MLM type group, they kind of assume there's a happily ever after story. Oh, okay, and you did this and you did that, then you got your life back together. You know, I think people want the Hollywood happily ever after ending, but that's not the case. It's not I mean, I do know people who've been in a cult and yes, you know, they left the cult, they got married, they had kids, they got a job, they found a different church. But I know the majority of people, you know, they are a shadow of their former self, you know, and these people, they don't get help. I mean, I try and help people, you know, but a lot of them, it's like that verse in the Bible, do you want to get well? It's like, I'm here to help you, but, you know, I have a list of people that I try and follow up on. It's like, how's it going? But, you know, some people are so traumatized by a cult, you know, months or years later, they haven't got their life together. Hand up, me too. You know, I mean, the last time I worked was 2008. You know, it was an honest job, computer programmer, part-time job, which I could only mentally able to do. This was before my third mental breakdown. You know, I had an honest job. I'd get up, get in my little car, drive an hour to get to the office, you know, work there till about 4:30, drive home, and I'd get, I don't know, it's about 110 quid a day, you know, after tax kind of thing. And yeah, I could function normally, you know. But the thing is, when you've had mental breakdowns, when you've been traumatized by a cult or a death or divorce, or a friend of mine, he lost his dog and he was in hospital for 2 years, mental health, after, you know, his dog died. I mean, that's a bit of an odd one, isn't it? And he doesn't want to talk about it, obviously. But anyway, let's get back to this. So you can get hyped up by people. There are certain people who will just hype you up. Even if I've put here, you know, you pay for a gym class, you know, or I used to, years ago, I used to do karate. You know, it's like, okay, how much was it? God, this is in the late 80s. I think a class was something like £2.50. £2.50 for 2 hours of karate training. The actual sports centre has been knocked down now. The Farnborough Recreation Centre got knocked down. But, you know, in the 80s and 90s, mostly late 80s, there was a group of us and there was three lessons a week, 2 hours, 1.5 hours, 2 hours kind of thing. And, you know, it cost £2.50. And the sensei, you know, he was a fired up guy. He was a fired up guy, you know, and energetic, you know, actually ex-military guy, you know, in the army. Long gone. I think he used to smoke 40, 60 fags a day, but he was a tough little cookie. Yeah, no, tough little cookie, this guy. And you knew what you were getting. Right, there you go. There's your £2 I think it went up to about £4 or something because they had to move sometimes to other places. But there was a group of us. I don't know, 30, 40, 50 people, new people would come along. And, we all had this common interest in karate, and it was a genuine thing. There wasn't hype, hype, hype. But some people have sort of charisma and they can be a teacher or a trainer, and it's the real deal. And you know what you're getting involved with. But when you get somebody who's full of hype, it's like they have to 10x everything. Oh, I'm going to teach you karate 10 times better than anyone else. It's this Tai Chi thing, this Tai Chi scam that's online at the moment. All these ripped people. I did Tai Chi for 15 minutes a day. I used to do Tai Chi. 15 minutes a day isn't going to turn you into Arnold Schwarzenegger, I can assure you. Sure, there's techniques that are better than other techniques. Fitness and health. Yeah, there are techniques that are better than other techniques. But it's when people sort of, right, here's some powder. This powder will turn you into Superman. It's like, yeah, it will make you think you're Superman if you buy the wrong powder. But, cocaine or whatever. But, there's so much hype in this world that is just bullshit, right? The adverts are bullshit. They always over-exaggerate results or, these are not typical results kind of thing. So we know we're being conned, but we like the hype. We like the fantasy. If I'm brutally honest, I think religion is hype. Oh, you follow these commands and then you go to paradise forever. Have you got any proof of that? I can't believe it. I can't believe it without proof. Yes, the universe is a miracle. We have no idea how life began or how the universe is. But, they're sort of hyping up the afterlife. There's people who give up this life, which might be the only life you get, for the afterlife. Excuse me, I'm coughing a bit. So, in this few videos, I really want to emphasise the hype. Would you like to go to somewhere forever? A paradise forever? You'll stay young and pretty and beautiful forever. And you can explore the whole universe or multiverses forever. Oh, I'll have that. What do I have to do? And then you sign up to a church or a religion or a cult. It's like, oh, there's this man Jesus, he forgives all your sins. So you're in this delusional state of mind where you feel guilt-free, and it's hype. It's hype and it's bullshit. And some hype is very mild. So it's not hype at all, really. I was raised a Catholic, and it's like, you go there Sunday, oh, I'm a sinner. Woe is me, I'm a sinner. Father, forgive me. Let me have a little bit of this juice and a little bit of bread. Oh, and now I feel fine again. Oh, I've been recharged for the week. I remember, even recently when I went to a mass with a friend, it's like, it's amazing the power of a little bit of juice and a little bit of bread to make you feel, oh, I've been forgiven again. I can start again. It's a new week. So that's a very mild form of hype. Yeah. Right, let's do part 3.